Testing. Yep, I can hear myself, so, and it doesn't hurt my ears to listen to it, so. Good afternoon, everyone. We welcome you to Jack Hackman Field in Marshfield, Wisconsin for today's Clover Belt East Conference matchup between the visiting Gilman Pirates and the homestanding Columbus Catholic Dons. Jack Weber along with Trevor Zaleski on a beautiful Thursday afternoon here in Marshfield. Temperatures in the almost low 70s, high 60s. It's a beautiful day. Start of spring has definitely hit here in Wisconsin as the Pirates and the Dons matching up for the second time this week. The Dons blew out the Pirates 17-3 in Gilman just 2 days ago. Here's a starting lineup for the Gilman Pirates. Leading off and playing center field, number 15, Lucas Halida. Batting second and playing right field, number 8, Trevin Gilman. Batting third and catching, number 1, Connor Nichols. Batting fourth and at first base, number 4, Dawson Grunseth. Batting fifth and playing third base, number 22, Talon Podolak. Batting sixth and playing shortstop, number 3, Bo Pacoit. Batting seventh and playing left field, number 18, Max Pacoit. Batting eighth and pitching, number 19, Dawson Robinson. And rounding out the order for the Pirates, batting in the 9 spot at second base, number 5, Tate Krazan. That'll be the order that'll face Carson Eckes as the Pirates are coached by Derek Nichols. As defense behind Eckes looks like this. Outfield, you've got Drew Lang in left, Ray Becker in center, and Bernick in right. Infield, you got Timler at third, Summer at short, Maher at second, Becerra at first with Konechny behind the plate and Eckes on the mound.
Leading off, center fielder, Lucas Halida.
As Lucas Halida ready to dig in. As obviously, again, a convincing win the last time these two teams met a couple of days ago, but this is a new game. Never know what can happen. As both these teams sitting with very similar records. Dons at 8-5, Pirates at 8-6. That's inside 1-0 on Halida, and we're underway. Gilman actually sits ahead of Columbus in terms of conference standing. They have played one less game in conference play, so they have a better mark. As that's back-to-back pitches inside, 2-0 on Halida. Here's the 2-0, and he's swinging chopper foul. And one thing I noticed when, again, I have never been here, is how big of a backstop there is behind home plate and the stands. It's not like a typical baseball field where there's just a few feet separating the backstop and the catcher. Here's a 2-1, and Halida on the ground to short. Summer fields it, throws across, has plenty of time, and he gets Halida by about 2 steps. 6-3 on the putout, and there's one down. As here's Trevin Gilman. He leads.
Right fielder, Trevin Gilman.
He leads the Pirates in batting average. He and Halida are the top 2 leaders in batting average. As Gilman in right field today. As first pitch from Eckes, and that's inside 1-0. Eckes ready, deals 1-0, and that's inside again, 2-0. So back-to-back hitters. Eckes has started falling behind 2-0 on 2 inside pitches. It's a 2-0. And a fly ball down the right field line and out of play. It's 2-1. Pretty much witnessing the same at bat. 2 pitches inside, then a foul ball to make the count 2-1. As Eckes ready and deals the 2-1. And a fly ball, foul, count even 2-2. Eckes ready and deals the 2-2. And that is low. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Count full now on Gilman. Gilman trying to get on. 3-2 and a foul tip. He just got a piece of it. And the count remains full. Here's a 3-2, and on the ground to third, and it eats up the third baseman, Timler. And into left field. So Gilman will reach, and a one-out base runner for the Pirates, and that'll bring on Connor Nichols.
Catcher, Connor Nichols.
As I said earlier, it's a beautiful day today. It's going to be a great couple of days, really for about the next week. Nichols digs in. First pitch is inside, 1-0. Eckes looks, fires the 1-0, and a chopper foul. Count even 1-1. There's the 1-1, and that hit him. Got him on the upper part of the elbow. So banked it. So an error and now a hit by pitch. And here is Dawson Grunseth. Good opportunity for the Pirates here in the first inning. First pitch, Grunseth taken all the way right down the pipe, 0-1. Not a bad approach considering in the last 3 at-bats, Eckes has missed pretty widely with his first pitch. Here's the 0-1, and Grunseth takes one outside, count even 1-1. Early trouble for Eckes. Runners at second and first, only 1 out. Here's the break even. And just a bit outside, it's 2-1. Grunseth being very patient at the plate, not chasing. Here's the 2-1. And that's low again. It's 3 balls and 1 strike. Eckes has had some hard times finding the zone in this first inning. Three and 1 on Grunseth. Here's the pitch. And that's dropped in there nicely. That was a big pitch for Eckes. It's full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Eckes checks the runners and deals. 3-2 on the ground. And Maher can't handle it. Everybody's going to be safe. Really, the only play Maher might have had was at first, and I don't know even if he'd fielded that cleanly if he would have gotten Grunseth at first. And the bases are loaded with only 1 out. I don't think you can rule that anything else but an E4, so that'll be the second error of the inning for the Dons. And bases loaded with 1 out for Talon Podolak. First pitch, and that is low, 1-0.
Third baseman, Talon Podolak.
And that is way inside. It's 2-0. Not the start you wanted if you're the Dons. And a big cut and a miss. It's 2-1. Podolak wants that one back. Here's the 2-1. And a foul ball. Count even 2-2. And foul back towards the net. Balls, 2 strikes. Here it is. And Podolak on the ground, right back to Eckes. He's going to go to second for 1. Throw is wide and into the outfield. Gilman will score. Nichols right behind him, throw to third. And safe is Dawson Grunseth. 2-0 Gilman on a throwing error from Carson Eckes. Podolak stays at first. It's 2-0 Gilman here in the first inning. And now here's Bo Pecoit. First pitch. And fly ball into right field. Going back, calling for it, and over the head of Burnick. In to score is Grunseth. Into second goes Pecoit. Going to third is Podolak. $3-0 Gilman.
Left fielder, Max Pocket.
First pitch to Max Pecoit is outside, 1-0. One 0, 2-0. Three errors in this first inning for the Columbus Dons. On the ground to third. Timler's going to go home with it, and they're going to get Podolak.
Pitcher, Dawson Robinson.
As that'll go 5-2 on the fielder's choice. As here's Dawson Robinson. As first pitch, Robinson lines one down the left field line. That is hooking, that is foul. Here's the 0-1 to Robinson. And a fly ball foul and off the net. It's 0-2. The 0-2. And Robinson high chopper, that is foul. Hey, nice play over there by Coach Nichols. The 0-2. And a fly ball, that is foul and out of play. And we'll do it again. 3 pitches to Robinson. He swung at each one. The 0-2. And that is high. It's 1-2 now. One, two. And a swing and a miss. He got him. And that ends the first inning, but damage done. 3 runs for the Pirates. 3 errors committed by the Dons. We're going to the bottom of the first. Dons have some work to do, down 3-0. You're watching high school softball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Nuts Deep 2, a Marshfield favorite for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Soup, salad, pizza, omelets, sandwiches, wraps, and burgers. How about appetizers like loaded tots and super nuts nachos? 14 large TVs to watch all your favorite games. Plus, entertainment and event space for groups large and small for your upcoming parties. Nuts Deep 2 again, awarded Best Burgers and Fish Fry in Marshfield. Nuts Deep 2 on South Central Avenue in Marshfield and Nuts Deep 2 North in Spencer.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
Bottom of the first inning as the end to end the top half. That was the first serve pro, Jamie Wenzel strikeout serve pro like it never even happened. And here's the starting lineup for the Columbus Catholic Dons under Coach Jared Crisselt. As leading off and pitching, and number 20, Carson Eckes. Then it's Mac Konieczny, Carter Summer, Ray Becker, Devlin Timler, Rocco Maher, Jude Becerra, Ryan Bernick, and Drew Lang. And that'll be the order that will face Dawson Robinson. And the defense behind Robinson, you have Max Pacoit in left, Halida in center, Duhlman in right, Podolak at third, Bo Pacoit at short, Krzan at second, Grunseth at first, with Robinson on the mound and Nichols behind the plate. Robinson gifted 3 runs before he even threw a pitch, thanks to some miscues from the Columbus Dons. Only two of the balls hit in that inning left the infield. One of them was an error, and the other one was a double over the head of Bernick. So Dons have some work to do down 3-0. A much different story today than the game a couple of days ago. Again, that was all Columbus, 17-3 in Gilman. As Robinson finishes up his warm-up tosses, as we're ready to go. Again, Carson Eckes had a rocky first inning, as he'll dig in against his mound opponent, Dawson Robinson.
Pitcher, Carson Eckes.
Robinson ready and deals his first offering. And Eckes, fly ball into shallow left, long run for Pacoit. He makes the catch. Had to battle with the sun. It's very bright out there. You could see on the reflection on his sunglasses. And 1 pitch, 1 out. Culligan Water specializes in all your water softener, drinking water, and water filtration system needs. You can count on Culligan to keep your water pure and healthy with unparalleled service and convenient delivery options. Here's Mac Konieczny, the catcher. As Robinson's first pitch, and Mac takes one high, 1-0. I'm glad you can make us a part of your Thursday afternoon. 1-0, and Konieczny sends one foul and out of play. Last time these two teams will meet, unless a playoff matchup happens. Robinson ready and deals the break even. And just a bit inside, it's 2-1. Didn't miss by much. Robinson ready, deals the 2-1, and that is high and inside. It's 3-1. Almost very high and tight on Konieczny. Robinson ready. Here's the 3-1, and Konieczny takes one low. It's ball 4. So a 1-out walk, a 1-out base runner, and here's Carter Summer. We'll see how aggressive the Dons are here in this first inning. Obviously being down 3-0, you don't want to run into outs. As that's lined into center field, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. Summer jumping on the first pitch. And stopping at second, a wide turn from Konieczny, as it was bobbled for just a moment in center by Halida. As Summer being aggressive, jumping on the first pitch and driving it out into left center field gap, and the Dons have something cooking. Runners at second and first with only 1 out. As here's Ray Becker. Center fielder. First pitch, and Becker takes one outside, 1-0. Eckes flew out to start the inning, but then a walk to Konechny and now a single to Summer as Robinson in an early jam. Here's the 1-0, and that's inside. It's 2-0 now on Becker. Two balls, no strikes. Robinson deals, and Becker hacks at one and fouled out of play. Two balls, one strike. Robinson takes a look at Konechny at second. No one's holding the bag at first. Here's the 2-1 and a low strike. It's 2-2. Robinson looking for a big second out. Robinson keeps an eye on Konechny and deals. Runners take off, and that is high inside. Throw to third, and not in time. As Padala couldn't handle the throw. Konechny would have been safe anyway. So full count now, and runners at second and third as the Dons are able to get out of the double play situation. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Robinson deals. And a liner back up the middle, a base hit. In to score is Konechny. They're going to wave around Summer, and he will score as well. It's a 2 RBI single for Ray Becker, and the Dons are right back in it. Good at bat by Ray Becker to stay alive. As here's Devlin Timler. Robinson takes a look over at Becker, and first pitch to Timler is outside. It's 1-0. Ball, no strikes. Robinson deals, and Timler pops it up, foul territory, and that'll go. Will stay in play, but yeah, in a normal backstop, number one, that would have been out of play, but even in a normal backstop, that probably would have maybe been catchable, but now with the huge backstop here at Jack Hackman Field. Robinson ready and deals the break even to Timler, and Timler, big cut and a miss. He was out in front of it. It's 1-2. 1-2. And that is in the dirt. Nice stop by Nichols. Count even 2-2. And Timler cracks one down the left field line. That is hooking. That is foul. It was always going to be foul. I just didn't know if maybe it would hang up for Max Pacoit, but it did not. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 runs in for the Dons. They trail 3-2. Was 3-0, but a 2-run single by Ray Becker has made it a 1-run game. Timler ready. Here's the 2-2. That is high. Count is full. And Robinson, much like his opponent Eckes, having trouble finding the zone in this first inning. Three balls, 2 strikes on Timler. Here it is. And Timler swings and sends one into, oh, it's going to stay on the infield, as making the catch is Krazan. And the wind took that one. as Krazan actually fell down after he made the catch. But it did not look like it was going to die on the infield originally off the bat. So 2 outs. Here's Rocco Maher. Robinson trying to get out of this inning with at least still having the lead. First pitch, Maher takes one low. Throw down to second, and in there with a slide is Ray Becker. He's in there plenty of time. The head first slide. One ball, no strikes on Maher. Robinson takes a long look at second, now fires. And a pop-up, foul territory, and losing it, I think, in the sun was Nichols. That was hit a mile high. Yeah, that will continue for Maher. Count even 1-1. Outfield playing very shallow. And it's a short porch in left and right. One. Maher takes one high. It's 2-1. The 2-1. Maher takes one inside. It's 3-1 now. Said Columbus, much like Gilman in the top half of this inning, they're not chasing anything out of the zone. Robinson ready, deals a 3-1. And that's a strike. It's a bit inside, but hit that inside edge of the zone. It's 3-2. Robinson takes another look at second. And his eye on Becker. 3-2. And Maher, a little jam, pop up and caught by Robinson. And the inning is over. Dons draw 2 on the 2-run single by Ray Becker. It's a 1-run game. We're going to the second. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier, treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Partners Bank, better together.
Founded in 2011, Marshfield Fast Pitch is a competitive fast pitch softball club. Players range in age from 7 to 18 years old. They consist of girls from central Wisconsin and headquartered in Marshfield. Throughout the year, teams compete in tournaments locally, around the state, and nationally. During the winter, practices, lessons, and clinics are held at our indoor facility. 2025 tryout registration is happening now. Go to marshfieldfastpitch.com to get started.
Does your roof need attention? Call Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield today. They are your hail damage experts, and they serve all of central Wisconsin with both residential and commercial roofing. Get a free estimate at Seamless Commercial Roofing. As here is Tate Krazan ready to lead things off for Gilman here in the here in the top half of the second. I'm all over the place. 3-2 Gilman. It's the 1-0 from Eckes, and just a bit inside. There's a pitch very similar in that at-bat that ended, as that is in there for a strike. It's 2-1. In Maher's at-bat, that was very similar to that spot that was called a strike. So obviously just a matter of inches. Here's the 2-1, and a high chopper. Going to be a tough play. Maher comes in, charges field, sort of first is high. And another error for Columbus Catholic. It would have been a close play. I think maybe had he made a strong throw, I do think that Krazan probably would have been out. Here's Lucas Halida, 0 for 1, grounded out to short. Fourth error of the day for Columbus Catholic. And we have not played 2 full innings. And now scoring to bunt is Halida. Gets it down. It's a good one. Eckes will field. He'll throw, and plenty of time to get Halida. But still, it's a successful sacrifice bunt. As going to second is Curzan. And here's Trevin Duhlman. As 0 for 1 as he reached on an error last inning. Later came around to score. Runner at second, 1 out, first pitch, and fly ball into shallow center. That might drop. Oh, what a catch by the center fielder, Ray Becker. Had a long way to go, had to make a slide and made an excellent catch. I mean, even if that drops, I don't think that Curzan would probably advance. Just because he would have probably been caught in a rundown. But either way, we'll never know. As 2 outs, here's Connor Nichols. Nichols was hit by a pitch, later came around to score, and he's swinging away on the first pitch and chased at 1 low. It's 0-1. Sinker really worked on that one. 0-1. And hits that inside edge. It's quickly 0-2. The 0-2. That is high. 1-2 now. I guess trying to make this a smoother second inning and keep the deficit at 1 for Columbus Catholic. Pirates looking to add on. Here's the 1-2, and that's inside. It's 2-2 on Nichols. Down 0-2. He's worked it even. Eckes takes a look at second, keeping an eye on Curzan. Here's the 2-2, and a fly ball into deep left field. I should say, making a play on and making the catch is Drew Lang. You know, it looked like it was going to go further than it actually did. Either way, a fly out to left ends the inning as a scoreless second inning for Eckes. Just an error as we go to the bottom of the second. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield has tasty char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between. Check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See Chips' complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream, all served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield. Be a champ and have a chipperific day.
We have team members in our lives, whether it's this or that or friends, and he's my team member that look for my best interest. And he said, we're going to get you up walking without the walker. And I'm like, oh, really? And he says, yeah, we are. I'm really grateful from the bottom of my heart to Shai and his staff because they made the impossible seem possible.
Call to set up a free, no obligation evaluation. Next Step Prosthetics, the fit for you.
Bottom of the second inning as Dawson Robinson back out for another inning of work. 7-9 due up for Columbus Catholic. As May 30th and May 31st is Marshfield Dairy Fest. Check out marshfieldchamber.com for all the details. See you in Marshfield for a fun-filled weekend at Dairy Fest. And put more spring in your step at Blues Hair Studio in Marshfield. Get your locks cuts, colored, styled, and looking fresh as spring temperatures heat up. Blues Hair Studio is open Monday through Friday with appointment times to match your schedule. Get an online appointment at blueshairstudio.com. Again, that's blueshairstudio.com. As Jude Becerra ready to lead things off. It's Becerra, Bernick, and Lang. Robinson did not have the cleanest of first innings, but still got through it with the lead. Gave up a walk and 2 hits. Big blow was the 2-run single by Ray Becker, but he was able to induce pop-outs from Devlin Timler and Rocco Maher. As the first offering from Robinson is dropped in there, it's 0-1. And 1. That's in there quickly, 0-2. Balls, 2 strikes. Robinson deals to Becerra, and Becerra is one a little low. It's 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Here it is. And a chopper that'll be foul. One-two from Robinson. And a swing and a miss. And there's the first strikeout of the day for Dawson Robinson. As here's Ryan Bernick.
Right fielder, Ryan Bernick.
First pitch. Bernick takes a strike. And Robinson has found his groove. Except for one pitch in the last at bat, he didn't miss by much on that other ball that he threw. The 0-1. And a fly ball, shallow right field. Will it drop in? And in and out of the glove of Krazan. Had he hung on to that, that would have been a spectacular catch.
Left fielder, Drew.
We're going to rule that a hit. So a 1-out base runner for Drew Lang. Left fielder in the play to end the top half of this inning, and Lang swinging at the first one, fouls it off towards the net. As I said, the fact that Columbus has committed 4 errors and you're only down by 1 run, you got to feel pretty good about that. The 0-1 squaring to bunt and pulling it back is Lang, and now they're going to throw down and caught a run down, throw back to first, and back with a head-first slide is Bernick. Smart move by Bernick to realize that he was not gonna. It was not gonna end well for him. Robinson ready and deals a break even, and Lang takes one a bit high. Oh, excuse me. It's 2-1. And that's inside, and it gets away from Nichols, and going to second is Bernick. First I thought that hit Lang. It made a sound, but I think that was just the ball kicking out of the glove of Nichols. Either way, it's 3-1 now. As top of the order looming as Carson Eckes stands on deck. 3-1. And that's high and inside. That's ball 4. So back-to-back base runners, a hit and now a walk. And back to the top of the order with Carson Eckes, who was 0 for 1. Flew out to left as he jumped on the first pitch from Robinson. First pitch. And that is in there for a strike, 0-1. One outside, it's 1-1. Break even. Liner off of Robinson. And Eckes is going to reach. The bases will be loaded. Wow. I thought that was going to be right up the middle for a hit. Somehow Robinson got a glove on it. And the good thing was that it hit his glove. It didn't hit anywhere else. As the bases are loaded now for Matt Konieczny. Bases loaded, only 1 out. And first pitch, Konieczny pops it up. And calling for it and making the catch is Grunseth. And that's a big out for Dawson Robinson. As we're going to have a courtesy runner for Eckes.
Shortstop Carter Summer.
As here's Carter Summer. He's singled and scored back in the last inning, I should say. Doesn't feel like we've only played 2 innings. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Robinson trying to get out of another jam. First pitch. And Summer in the air, left field. Max Pacoit coming in, calling for it. He makes the catch. And the inning is over. Columbus had a chance to at least tie it. They strand the bases loaded. We have played 2. It is still 3-2 Gilman. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, how can I help you?
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken has been voted best pizza in Marshfield 16 years in a row. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken is ready for your call now. Choose drunken chicken, BLT, Western, mac and cheese, sweet chili chicken, and more. Plus, Scotty's has broasted chicken, fish sandwiches, salads, and desserts. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, 715-384-8118 and Scotty'sPizza.com.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, how can I help you?
Welcome to Bruce Orthodontics, where we provide comprehensive orthodontic care to patients of all ages. We are now accepting new patients, and we accept most insurances.
Orthodontics is much more than just a job to me. It is my passion and my life. What separates us from other orthodontists is constant continuing education for myself and my staff, compassion, and dedication. Here at Bruce Orthodontics, we change lives one smile at a time. I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
Top of the 3rd inning as Gilman on top, 3-2 against Columbus Catholic as 4-5-6 due up for the Pirates against Carson Eckes. Stevens Point Orthopedics, proudly providing the Central Wisconsin community with orthopedic, sports medicine, spine, and physical therapy services. Stevens Point Orthopedics, world-class treatment, hometown care. And at Stratford Plumbing and Heating, your comfort and convenience is their top priority. They service all brands and do complete furnace and air conditioning installation, providing professional service to Stratford, Marshfield, and the surrounding areas. Call Stratford Plumbing and Heating today, your home comfort expert. Says that's in there for a strike. It's 0-1 on Dawson Grunseth. Grunseth reached down an error and scored. As that's outside, it's 1-1. One. Hits that outer edge. It's 1-2. One, two. And that bounces in the dirt. It's even 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Eckes ready and deals. And that is high. It's full now on Grunseth. Three-two. And a chopper foul. Grunseth stays alive. Three balls, 2 strikes. Here it is. And that's in the dirt, and it's ball 4. And Grunseth will go to first. And no advancement again. With the big backstop, you never know when the ball gets away. But either way, a leadoff walk. And here's Talon Podolak. Podolak reached down a fielder's choice / E1. Eckes fielded it. He was going to go to second. First pitch, Podolak grounds one foul. As he was going to go to second with it, he threw it into center field, which allowed Gilman and Nichols to come in to score. Yeah, 1. Low count, even 1-1. Break even. And right down Main Street, it's 1-2. It's good movement by Beckus to drop that one in there. Beckus ready. 1-2. And a fly ball foul. And out of play. One ball, 2 strikes. Eckes ready and deals. And a liner that is going to be caught at third. Throw back to first. Not in time as it gets away from Becerra. And going down to second is Grunseth. And he's going to be in there as now that throw gets loose. Timler made the catch. It would have been close. Bit of a risky move, I feel like, for Grunseth to go to second, but he was told by the Gilman coaching staff to move up. But either way, he gets there. So 1 out, runner at second, and here is Bo Picoit.
Shortstop, Bo Pocket.
He doubled his last time up. First pitch. And a fly ball into center. Becker coming on, and he did not make the catch. Almost another great sliding catch. So runners at second and first. With only 1 out, and here's Max Picoit. Grounded into a fielder's choice. Grounded it to third. Timler went to home and got Podolak at the plate. That was back in the first. As outside 1-0. Oh no. Liner foul. One. And a little chopper going to be a tough play. Coming over is Maher. He fields and throws and gets Picoit at first. So 2 outs, and that'll bring on Dawson Robinson. Robinson, the only strikeout victim for Eckes so far. As Robinson has been able to keep his team ahead. It hasn't been the smoothest of outings, but had a bases loaded 1-out jam to deal with in the bottom half of the second. He got through it, allowing no runs. First pitch, Robinson takes one for a strike, 0-1. Runners at second and third. Here's the 0-1. Big cut and a miss. It's 0-2 now on Robinson. Each pitcher has 1 strikeout. Here's the 0-2. And a liner down the left field line. That is hooking. That is a foul ball. Had that stayed fair, that would have been big trouble, as 2 runs would have scored easily. Eckes takes a look over at third. The 0-2 again. And a fly ball into shallow center and dropped by the shortstop Summer, and 2 runs are going to score. Runseth and Bo Picoit both score as Dawson Robinson and the Gilman Pirates get another gift. The 5th error of the day for the Columbus Dons. As I believe we're going to get a courtesy runner for Robinson. I don't know. As Terrence Schleiss will come in to run for Robinson, as it's 5-2 Gilman.
Second baseman, Tate Krazan.
As here's Tate Krazan. He reached out an error last inning, was stranded at second. Eckes was 1 error away from getting out of this inning. First pitch, and Krazan sends one foul. I don't know if Summer just lost it in the sun, or I don't know what happened. Just misjudged it. Happens to the best of us. Here's the 0-1. And that is high. It's 1-1. Break even, that skipped in the dirt, and going down to second is Schleiss. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Two, 1. And that's inside. 3 balls and 1 strike. Three, 1. And right down the pipe, it's full. Three, 2. Liner. Three, 2. And excuse me, swing from Krazan. The bat will continue. Three, 2 again. And that is ball 4. As Krazan draws a walk. Good at bat by the 9-hitter. And here's Lucas Halida. He's grounded out to short and bunted into a fielder's choice. It's a successful sacrifice. Runners at second and first, 2 outs. And that is outside, 1-0. High, 2 balls and no strikes. Two-0. And it sneaks in there. It's 2-1. Two-1 from Eckes. And that is inside. It's 3-1. 3-1. And hits the outer edge. It's full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Three-two. And a called strike 3. Halita caught looking. The second serve pro, Jamie Wenzel, strikeout serve pro like it never even happened. But damage done. 2 runs come on another error. 5-2 Gilman. We're going to the bottom of the third. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Hey everybody, Nat over at Wheeler Chevrolet GMC, and I am standing in our all-new express lane. Open now, no appointment necessary. Stop on in and get things like oil changes, filters, quick lubes. No appointment necessary. See you soon.
Take your valuable possessions from outdoors to indoors with help from ShedsDelivered.com. It's your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. Headquartered in Loyal, Rod and April make it easy. Just visit ShedsDelivered.com to design your perfect structure. With short lead times and free delivery and installation, Sheds Delivered is the smart choice for outdoor storage. That's ShedsDelivered.com. Go today.
What do you like most about Columbus Catholic Schools?
Amazing teachers, because they're funny and nice.
It's the small classroom sizes.
Because it teaches us to be kind.
We invite you to check out Columbus Catholic Schools and see for yourself why our students like it here. That if you really want your student to attend Columbus Catholic Schools, we will work with you as much as possible to make that reality. Contact us at 715-387-1177 or admissions@columbusdons.org for more information.
Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
New pitcher on, Max McCoy on the mound for Gilman as Dawson Robinson moves to first.
Center fielder, Ray Becker.
So it looks like I think Grunseth moved to left. As here's Ray Becker. So driven in the only 2 Columbus runs. Had a 2-run single back in the first. So he takes one low, 1-0. And Robinson fought. He got through those 2 innings. And still has his team out in front. And that's low, 2 balls and no strikes. Two-0. Outside, 3-0 now. And that is ball 4, so not the way you want to start an outing if you are Max McCoy. As a leadoff walk, and here is Devlin Timler. Timler popped out to second. Back in the first. First pitch, Timler takes one high, 1-0. And that's dropped in there nicely. That stops a streak of 5 straight balls to start the inning. Quite ready, and throw back to first, and back with a dive is Ray Becker. Break even. And a liner in the left field. That is fair down the left field line. Becker will stop at second. So a walk and a single to start things out here in the third. And the Dons, once again, put traffic on the bases. And here's Rocco Maher as he popped out to the pitcher to end the first inning. And Maher squaring to bunt, and he pulls it back. And it's high, 1-0. Not a bad approach. Again, Pecoy has not had the greatest start in terms of finding the strike zone. 1-0, squaring to bunt again, and getting it down and bunting it foul is Maher. One, and runners on the move, throw down to third, and it's not in time. As a double steal works, as Becker goes to third, Timler goes to second. Timler was originally the only one in motion, then once the throw was made, that's when Timler took off. But 2 runners now in scoring position for Rocco Maher. 2 balls, 1 strike. Now when it's the 2-1, and Maher, ooh, nice pick by Nichols. Three balls, 1 strike. Here it is. That is high and outside, and that's ball 4. So bases loaded, nobody out, and here is Jude Becerra. Becerra was the only strikeout for Robinson. As Max Pecoy having really hard time throwing strikes right now. First pitch. That is high. 1 ball and no strikes. And a liner gonna be... Is that caught? It is. Wow. I don't know who came down with that. I think it was Bo Pecoy that came down with it. Either way, the infield fly rule was in effect, so the batter would have been out anyway. First pitch, and way out in front of it is Ryan Burnick. He singled. Was stranded at third last inning. 0-1, and Burnick takes one low and inside, count even 1-1. Break even, and Burnick chops one foul. It's 1-2. Max Pecoy trying to get out of a big-time jam right now. Obviously, would still have one more out to get. Had 1 and 2, and throw back to first. And again, Robinson not holding the bag. No one really is. I mean, Krzan's playing a little close to second. 1-2, and Burnick lines one foul. So again, especially in center field, the Pirate outfield is playing relatively far in. 1-2. That is high. Count even 2-2. Two, and that bounces in the dirt. Good block by Nichols. He's saved probably about 2 or 3 runs with some of his blocks today. As the count is full, nowhere to put him for Pecoit. Runners will be on the move, on the ground to third, and it eats up the third baseman, Podolak. And everybody is safe. Everybody moves up 90 feet. As Becker scores, Timler goes to third, Maher goes to second. Here's the first pitch. That is outside. One ball, no strikes on Lang. He walked last inning. 5-3. Lang, chopper, foul. Count even 1-1. A base hit could tie it here. You got Timler at third, Maher at second. 1-1. And inside, that kicks away from Nichols. It's 2-1. Yeah, nowhere near enough to warrant any advancement from Timler. Carson Eckes on deck. And here's the 2-1. That's outside. It's 3-1. And big trouble right now. 3-2. And, sorry, 3-1 is dropped in there. Now it's 3-2. Count is full. Lang ready. Here's a 3-2. And Lang swings and misses. And there's the first strikeout of the day for Max Pecoit. As here's Carson Eckes. First pitch. Eckes takes one high, 1-0. Again, Pecoit, though, has made some big pitches. Again, despite that error in that run coming in to score. It's the 1-0. That is low, 2-0. It was put in play. It just was not handled properly. Throw back to first, and Burnick is in there. Two balls, no strikes, and Eckes takes a strike. It's 2-1. And if you're Pecoit, if you could limit the damage to 1, that would be a huge victory. With bases loaded, nobody out. 2-1. And fly ball foul. Count is even 2-2. Here it is. And outside, count is full. Yeah, obviously he's not going to jump, but a lot of motion at third over there by Timler as the count is full. Again, nowhere to put him. Big pitch here for Pecoit. The 3-2. And Eckes grounds one that's fair down the right field line. Timler is in. Maher right behind him. Burnick at third. He will stop there. Now the throw gets away, and here comes Burnick. 3 runs are in, and the Dons have the lead.
Catcher, Mac Konechny.
Burnick was not going to score, and then the throw from Robinson kicked away from Pecoit, which allowed Burnick to make the extra 90 feet and also allow Eckes to get to second. 6-5 As now here's Matt Konechny, and he takes one low, 1-0. Konechny 0 for 1. He's walked, scored a run, and popped out to first. 1-0. And just a bit high. It's 2-0. 2-0. Konechny lines one foul. The 2-1. Konechny taking all the way. Good pitch from Pecoit. It's 2-2. Konechny a chopper foul. We'll do it again. Two. Liner foul again. And this will be the 7th pitch of the at-bat. We'll see what the Dons do now that they have the lead. They stick with Eckes on the mound. Here's the 2-2, and that is high. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And it's 4 runs in here in this 3rd inning. 3-2. Konechny lines one into left field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. And they're going to send the runner, and now the retreat back to 3rd, and now they've got Eckes in a rundown. He'll be tagged out in between 3rd and home, as applying the tag is Podolak, and the inning is over. But damage done. The Dons get 4, and they take the lead, their first lead of the game. 6-5 Columbus Catholic. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafetieri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Hi, I'm Josh Marks, owner of Infinity Exteriors. 9 out of 10 brand new roofs can't pass a simple manufacturer warranty inspection, meaning 9 out of 10 brand new roofs have no warranty. Infinity operates on principles instilled in my Marine Corps service: honor, courage, and commitment. Infinity is meticulous craftsmanship, unbeatable quality, and always at the best price. Infinity buys more, pays less, passing those savings directly to you. We're booking new roofs, siding, and windows. Call today.
The Sports Den, located on Marshfield's sunny south side since 1975. The Sports Den has the area's best selection of outdoor equipment. Find top brands of snowshoes, cross-country and downhill skis, snowboards, swimming equipment, skateboards, and more. The Sports Den has a full-service bike repair center along with top bike brands, Specialized, Trek, and others. The Sports Den is Central Wisconsin's Fat Bike headquarters. Visit the Sports Den in Marshfield Monday through Saturday and thesportsden.net.
Top of the 4th inning, Carter Summer now on the mound as Carson Eckes will move to short. As 2-3-4 due up for Gilman. Trevin Dulman. First pitch. And dropped in there nicely by Summer, 0-1. Dons have their first lead. And a liner into right center field, and that's going to drop in for a base hit, and it gets by Bernick. As Gilman on his way to second base, and he will get there. That'll be a single and an E9. Six errors for Columbus today. As here is Connor Nichols. He takes one low, 1-0. Nichols 0 for 1. Has been hit by a pitch and flown out to left. It's a 1-0. And Nichols pops it up. Foul territory, drifting over, calling for it, and making the catch is Becerra. The wind was trying to say otherwise, but Becerra stuck with it. And there is out number 1. As here's Dawson Grunseth. Started at first base, now in left. And dropped in there nicely, 0-1. One. Nice spot from Summer. It's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Summer deals. And that kicks away. No advancement. 1-2 now. So 1-2. Swing and a miss. Got him. And there is the first Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout for Carter Summer. Serve Pro like it never even happened. The third strikeout of the day overall. Fidalik 0 for 2. He's reached on an error and lined out to third. And on the ground, swinging at the first pitch. Got a chance at a play as Eckes makes the play. I didn't know if that was going to hit the umpire or not. That's kind of why it was a little bit of a questionable call by me. Otherwise, a scoreless top of the 4th for Carter Summer. We're going to the bottom of the 4th. It's 6-5 Columbus. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Hello, it's Mayor Lois T. Strake asking you to join us for Marshfield's Dairy Fest. Dairy, great time. The fun starts with me on Friday, May 30th at the Mayor's Breakfast, 5:30 to 9:30 a.m. At 5 p.m., head to Columbia Park for family-friendly entertainment, and later join free live music at the Wenzel Family Plaza. Saturday, May 31st, the parade starts at 11 o'clock, and Wenzel Family Plaza will host fun activities. In the afternoon, the Pie and Ice Cream Social is at the Upham Mansion, and Nuts Deep 2 will be hosting an outdoor beer garden with live music. For more information, go to marshfieldchamber.com.
After a couple years of this, it's time for more money, more opportunity. That's where Midstate Technical College comes in. Got a passion for helping people? Maybe you like cars. Are you into science? Are you good with computers? No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options. Stop getting by and level up today.
Bottom of the 4th inning as Carter Summer ready to dig in. As Max McCoy back out for another inning with the Dons on top. 6-5. Quality auto body and framework since 1952. If you have an accident, let Mackey's Small Business of the Year give you a free estimate. Call Art's Body Shop on South Central Avenue in Marshfield. And Mutual of Wausau Insurance is protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com to find an agent near you. And we also want to thank our game day sponsors, Woodfield Inn and Suites, Rems Funeral Home, and G&D Wood Products. Summer, Becker, and Timler due up. Summer has singled and scored and flown out to left. 1 for 2 on the day. First pitch. And he takes one low, 1-0. There's a 1-0. And that's in there. One ball, one strike. Here it is. And a liner that is fair down the left field line. Oh, no. Foul. Okay. Okay. I should say foul down the left field line. My apologies. I got everybody excited for nothing. That looked. I thought that snuck and hit on the right side of the bag. Guess not. It's a 1-2. And just a bit outside. Didn't miss by much. I think everybody on the diamond, and maybe even Carter Summer, thought that was strike 3. But just a little outside, as Bo Pecoit sure thought so. It's the 2-2 and a pop-up. Shallow right. Going to be a tough play. It's going to fall in between Krazan and Gilman. Some miscommunication. Actually, no, Grunseth isn't right. This Weiler's going to pinch run.
Center fielder, Ray Becker.
As here's Ray Becker. He is 1 for 1. He singled, driven in 2 runs, and walked and scored a run. First pitch to Becker, and that's outside, 1-0. Coy deals the 1-0, and Becker back up the middle and off the glove of Krazan. Probably would have been safe anyway. As back-to-back hits to start the inning. As here is Devlin Timler. Timler 1 for 2. He's popped out to second, singled, and scored a run. Don's looking to try to extend this lead here in the 4th. First pitch, and that's low and inside on Timler. It's 1-0. This was a 5-2 Gilman lead. Gilman lead with 2 outs last inning, but a big rally with 2 outs gave them the lead. That's dropped in there for a strike, 1-1. A lot of miscues from both teams today. Break even. And that is outside. It's 2-1. Two-one throw back to second, and back with a dive is Weiler. Two-one. Fly ball into left. Back goes Gilman, calling for it and making the catch. And there is out number 1. As here's Rocco Maher. Maher 0 for 1. He's popped out to the pitcher, walked, and scored. Throw back to second again. First pitch, and Maher takes one outside, 1-0. 2-0. Maher takes one high, 2-0. Maher squaring to bunt, and he pops it foul. Two balls, one strike on Maher. Here it is. Maher takes a strike, throw down to third, going to be close and safe. At third is Weiler. Going to second is Becker. That was a close play at third. Again, Bo Picoit sure thought he was out either way. That was a strike on Maher. Count even 2-2. Two, way outside. Full count now. As Jude Becerra waits on deck. 3-2 to Maher. Maher, little flare, might drop, and it will! Weiler coming around, he will score, throw to third, and now that gets away. As Padala couldn't handle it. That'll be a base hit for Maher. That looked like it was going to drop.
First baseman, Jude Becerra.
As Becker goes to third, here's Jude Becerra. 7-5 Columbus. As Becerra, it's been a tough day at the plate. In his two at-bats, a strikeout and a pop-out to short. Chance to pick up 2 runs right here, and that's inside, nearly hit him. 1-0. And inside 2-0. It was low as well. Here's the 2-0. Becerra sends one foul out of play. Burnick on deck. Becerra trying to add to the lead. The 2-1. That's high. 3 balls and 1 strike on Becerra. Swing and a miss. Well out in front of it was Becerra. Three-two. Becerra, little flare. Coming on and making the play is Krazan. Becerra does drive in a run as Becker scores. 8-5. So an RBI for Becerra. As going to third is Maher. As here's Ryan Burnick. As first pitch, Burnick way out in front. 0-1. And Columbus leading 8-5 despite committing 6 errors. Here's the 0-1. And now that gets away. And coming in to score is Rocco Maher. Nine-5 Dons. 7 unanswered scored by Columbus Catholic. It's break even. And Burnick takes one high. Burnick 1 for 2. He singled, reached on an error, and scored. Break even. And just a bit outside, 1 and 2. Sorry, it should be 3 and 1. Here's a 3-1. Burnick crushes one deep left field. That is way back, and that is going to be in the gap. Into second with a double is Burnick. As Gilman couldn't make the play. I say gap, I meant in the corner. See, sometimes I don't say what I... As here's Drew Lang, 0 for 1 with a walk. And Lang swinging at the first pitch. Fly ball into shallow left. Gilman, and it's dropping in for a base hit. And from around third comes Burnick to score. Drew Lang gets in on the fun. It's an RBI single. And again, that outfield playing really deep, and Columbus taking advantage of that. As it's 10-5. As here's Carson Eckes. As 4 runs in. And that's a ground ball to second. And bobble for a moment, flip to second is in time. Krzan bobbled it for a moment, but was able to flip to Bo Pacoit to cover and get Lang by about a step. Damage done. More runs in for the Dons. We'll be back after these messages. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Hiller's True Value in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center. The tools you trust from the people you can depend on. Shop the store within a store and find what you're looking for.
That's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for. Now that's what I was looking for.
Looks like you found what you're looking for.
We redesigned our store to offer the biggest selection of Milwaukee tools.
A selection so big you'll need a map to find your way out.
Hiller's True Value in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center.
Are you tired of being a boring old tree, bird, or mythical war hero? Find the right job for you at Express Employment. Stop today and discuss positions that fit your abilities and qualifications, leading you to the perfect job. Always local, always strategically selected to match your skill set with local employers. There's a perfect job out there. Let Express Employment professionals help you find it. In Wausau, Stevens Point, Medford, and Marshfield. Find jobs and apply online at expresspros.com.
10-5 Columbus Catholic on top of Gilman. As we go to the top of the 5th. As 6, 7, 8 due up for the Pirates. Bo Pacoit, Max Pacoit, and Dawson Robinson.
Shortstop, Bo Pocket.
First pitch, and Pacoit lines one back up the middle, a base hit. So second straight inning, Pirates have led off with a hit.
Left fielder, Max Pocket.
As here's Max Pacoit. It's been a tough day on the bump for him. But looking to try to get his team back in this game, a game they at one point led 5-2. Now trail 10-5. And that is low, 1-0. Summer Ready deals the 1-0, and a fly ball foul out of play. So 1-1, and a liner on the ground, might be 2. A flip, 6, 4, not in time. Summer was a little slow at the turn to Maher, but either way it goes. 6-4 on the fielder's choice. So 1 out, and that'll bring on Dawson Robinson. 0 for 2. He's struck out and reached on an error that produced 2 runs. As a meeting at the mound. I said Summer, I meant Eckes with the turn. It looks like Coach, maybe that's what he's talking about, the fact that it was not a very fast turn. They had a chance. They really had a chance to turn it. They just didn't turn it that fast. And again, I can't predict what Coach Krasselt is saying, but it's an interesting thought. Meeting on the mound is over, and Robinson will dig in. First pitch, and ooh, nice pick by Konechny. This is 1-0. And outside, 2 balls, no strikes. And right now, if you're Gilman, you just need runners. Game that has slipped away from you. Here's the 2-0. And low strike, didn't have to be. It's 2-1. Might have hit that low corner. Summer takes a look at second, now deals the 2-1, and that hit Robinson. So a hit batter. And here's Tate Krazan. Krazan 0 for 1, reached on an error, and walked. As time is being called. I'm not really sure what for. Seems to be a talk between Dawson Robinson and the first base coach. Wondering if they want to see if he wants to stay in and run. And he is. Maybe that's what they were talking about. I don't know. You obviously can't courtesy run because he's not the pitcher anymore. That is in there for a strike on 1. Yeah, 1. And that bounces in the dirt. Nice play by Konechny. Summer takes a look, deals the 1-1, and that hit Krazan. Back-to-back hit batters, and the bases are loaded for Gilman. As that'll bring us back to the top of the order with Lucas Halida. 0 for 3, he's grounded out to short, bunted into a fielder's choice, and struck out. If you're Summer, you're hoping for a ground ball right here. First pitch, and Halida, big cut and a miss, 0-1. You'll 1 to Halida, and that's low. Again, another good stop by Mac Konechny. Break even, and Halida sends one foul. Two 2-1, and on the ground to short. Eckes. He's going to go to first, and he'll get Halida. It was probably the smart move. It would have been a very close play at first. Run scores. It's 10-6.
Right fielder, Trevin Gilman.
As Trevin Gilman will step up. Gilman is 1 for 3. He's reached on an error, scored, flown out to center, and singled. So 2 outs, and he's swinging at the first pitch. A fly ball, foul territory, long run, and out of the reach of the third baseman, Timler. No balls, 1 strike on Gilman. The 0-1 is outside, 1-1. Base hit here would make things really interesting because most likely 2 runs would score. 1-1. And that hits the low zone, 1-2. One, two. And that bounces in the dirt. Nice block by Konechny. Count even, 2-2. Summer Ready deals the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. A strikeout to end the inning. The second serve pro, Jamie Wenzel, strikeout for Carter Summer like it never even happened. Pirates get 1. That's all they get. 10-6. We're going to the bottom of the 5th. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then, they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no-obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
Have you outgrown your old furniture? Well, I can relate. Then get into Mall Furniture today.
We are never short on inventory, and we are never short on bringing you great deals.
Living rooms, bedrooms, dining rooms, mattresses, recliners, lift chairs, and big clearance recliners. Head to Mall, because we got them all.
Mall Furniture and Mattress, West 9th Street, Marshfield.
Hello, I'm Jenny Shaner, Realtor, Next Home Hub City. If you're a first-time home buyer or seller, or you've been around the block, because of my experience, I'm able to help you in the most efficient way. I'm a full-time, full-service realtor. I focus on my clients 100%. Let's work together as a team for a win in your next real estate transaction.
Bottom of the 5th inning as Mac Konechny will lead things off. Konechny 1 for 2. He has walked and scored, singled, and popped out to first. First pitch, Konechny takes one low, 1-0. Low, 2-0 on Konechny. Sternweiss and Sons Ready Mix and Block Plant of Marshfield now hiring boom truck and concrete truck drivers. Be home every night and work for your hometown team at Sternweiss and Son. That is outside. It's 3-0. It's time for you to make a change. Apply today at the Wren Road Ready Mix location, Sternweiss and Sons of Marshfield. 3-0. And taking all the way is Konechny. It's time to get your pool ready for summer. Contact Regal Plumbing and Heating in Marshfield, your local BioGuard dealer, for the products and expertise to do it right. 3-1. And Konechny on the ground to third as Podolak has it, throws across and in time to get Konechny. 5-3 on the putout. One down, it'll bring on Carter Summer. First Choice Credit Union in Marshfield serves anyone who lives or works in Wood, Marathon, Clark, or Portage counties. Make First Choice Credit Union your first choice for loans. As here's Carter Summer, and he takes a strike on the inside, 0-1. Summer 2 for 3. He's singled and scored twice and flown out to left. 0-1. And Summer takes one outside. Count even 1-1. Break even. Summer fly ball into left center field, and coming on and making the catch is Halida. Halida just had to move to his left just a bit, and he makes the routine play. So 2 out, that'll bring on Ray Becker. Good day at the plate for Becker. He scored twice. He's 2 for 2 with a walk. He also made a really nice catch out in center field. Almost made 2, as he just missed the second one. First pitch, and Becker swinging at the first pitch. A little flare right field, and coming on and making the catch is Grunseth, and the inning is over. That is a quick 3 up and 3 down 5th inning for Pecoit, as we are going to the 6th. It's still 10-6 Columbus Catholic. You're watching High School Baseball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Nuts Deep 2, a Marshfield favorite for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Soup, salad, pizza, omelets, sandwiches, wraps, and burgers. How about appetizers like loaded tots and super nuts nachos? 14 large TVs to watch all your favorite games. Plus, entertainment and event space for groups large and small for your upcoming parties. Nuts Deep 2 again, awarded Best Burgers and Fish Fry in Marshfield. Nuts Deep 2 on South Central Avenue in Marshfield, and Nuts Deep 2 North in Spencer.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
Start of the 6th inning here in Marshfield, as Ray Becker on the mound now, as Summer goes back to second. Summer goes back to short. Eckes moves to second. Meanwhile, Weiler now in center. I'm sorry. Lang moves to center. As Connor Nichols will lead things off. First pitch, and Nichols a chopper foul. The fact that Columbus is on top 10-6 despite leading in the error department 6-1 is very impressive. Here's the 0-1 to Nichols. And in there, 0-2. Balls, 2 strikes. Becker ready and deals. And outside, 1-2. One, 2. Outside again. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Count even now on Nichols. Nichols 0 for 2. He was hit by a pitch back in the first and scored. Then he flew out to left and popped out to first. 2-2. And Nichols cracks one foul. He had a good rip on that one. Two, and that's low. 3 balls and 2 strikes now on Nichols. 3-2, and that's ball 4. So a leadoff walk as Nichols battles back from falling down 0-2. As here's Dawson Grunseth. First pitch, and Grunseth pops it up. Foul territory. Konieczny will make the catch. So 1 out, and that'll bring on Talon Podolak.
Third baseman, Talon Podolak.
Podolak has reached on an error, lined out to third, and grounded out to short. First pitch is a bit low and outside, 1-0. It's a 1-0. Podolak takes one high. It's 2-0. Balls, no strikes. Here it is, and a flare foul. And it's the roof of our press box. It's 2-1. Balls, 1 strike. Here it is. That is high, 3-1. Becker having a little trouble finding the zone. And that is high, ball 4. Second walk of the inning issued by Ray Becker. And runners at second and first with 1 out, and that'll bring on Bo Pacoit.
Shortstop, Bo Pacoit.
Bo Pacoit is 3 for 3, a double, 2 singles, and has scored a run. First pitch, and a liner into left field, going back, and it's going to be over the head. And coming in to score is Nichols, as Pacoit into second with his 4th hit. And it's 10-7.
Left fielder, Mac Paquette.
Now here's Max Pacoit, and swinging foul. out of play. Zero one. And a ground ball to the second baseman, Eckes. It eats him up. And 2 runs are going to score on another error. It's 10-9. Seventh error of the day for Columbus. As now here's Dawson Robinson. 0 for 2. He struck out, reached on an error, and been hit by a pitch. As it's a ball game again. And Robinson rips one in the gap, and that's going to get down. And Max Pacoit can run for a while. He's on his way to third. A base hit for Dawson Robinson, and the tying run now 90 feet away for Gilman. Still only 1 out. And that'll bring on Tate Krzan.
Number 5, Tate Krzan.
As Krzan 0 for 1, he's reached on an error, walked, and has been hit by a pitch. Krzan with a chance to tie the game. And takes one low, 1-0. And that hits that outer edge. Count even 1-1. It's a generous strike call. Becker in some major trouble. 1-1. And right down the pipe, it's 1-2. Good pitch from Becker. Big out to try to get here. At the top of the order on deck with Lucas Halita. 1-2. And outside and low, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two. And a swing and a miss. He got him. Big strikeout for Becker. And his first serve pro, Jamie Wenzel, strikeout like it never even happened. And 2 down, and here's Lucas Halita. Halita 0 for 4. Has grounded out to short twice, bunted into a fielder's choice, and struck out. It's Becker's first pitch, Halita. And now that gets away, and coming to the plate and scoring is Max Pacoit. And this game is tied. Robinson will go to second. As he now represents the go-ahead run. It is 10-10. 4 runs. That is fouled off. Count even 1-1. And now if you're Ray Becker, you just try to keep it tied. Lita trying to give his team the lead back. 1-1, and that hits Becker. It ricochets. Becerra raced to the bag, flipped to Becker, and they got him. Either way, damage done as this game is tied 10-10. We're going to the bottom of the 6th. You're watching High School Baseball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier. Treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Partners Bank, better together.
Founded in 2011, Marshfield Fast Pitch is a competitive fast pitch softball club. Players range in age from 7 to 18 years old. They consist of girls from central Wisconsin and headquartered in Marshfield. Throughout the year, teams compete in tournaments locally, around the state, and nationally. During the winter, practices, lessons, and clinics are held at our indoor facility. 2025 tryout registration is happening now. Go to marshfieldfastpitch.com to get started.
Bottom of the 6th inning, all tied at 10 as 5-6-7 due up for Columbus against Max Picoit. Timler, Maher, and Becerra. Again, big stat line today has been 7 errors for the Columbus Catholic Dons. There's been 9 total errors between these two teams. Timler 1 for 3, has popped out to second, flown out to left, and singled and scored. Picoit trying to make this very reminiscent of his 6th inning. It was a quick, clean 3 up and 3 down. We haven't seen that at all really today. It's just a bit outside, 1-0. Didn't miss by much. Said it was a 5-2 Gilman lead. And on the ground to third, coming in and fielding it is Podolik across the diamond in time. And there is out number 1. Here comes Rocco Maher. 1 for 2. He's popped out to the pitcher, singled and walked, and he scored 2 runs.
Left fielder, Brock Wheeland.
I'm sorry, Brock Wheeland. Apologize. Wheeland is the new left fielder. And Wheeland takes a strike. 1. And Wheeland got a piece of it. It's 0-2. The 0-2. And Wheeland lines one into left field. That'll drop in for a base hit. As it took a bit of an awkward hop. Good job by Gilman to adjust to it. As 1-out base hit from Wheeland. And now here's Jude Becerra. Becerra 0 for 3. He struck out, popped out to short, and grounded out to second. Quite ready, deals first pitch. And Becerra, big cut and a miss, 0-1. Throw back to first, and Wheeland back with a dive. One. And that is outside. 1-1. Break even to Becerra. And inside, it's 2-1. Here's the 2-1. And Becerra chased it. It's 2-2. Balls, 2 strikes on Becerra. Quite ready and deals. And Becerra on the ground. That's going to sneak through a base hit. So back-to-back singles from Wheeland and Becerra. The first hit of the day for Becerra. First time he has reached. And now here's Ryan Burnick. Burnick has reached each time he's been on. He has singled, doubled, scored twice, and reached on an error. 14 hits for Columbus Catholic. First pitch. And Burnick pops it up. And making the catch is Bo Pecoit. So 1 pitch, 1 out, and that'll bring on Drew Lang. Drew Lang, 1 for 2. Walk, strikeout, and a single. First pitch. Lang fouls one off, 0-1. In the 7th, it'll be 2-3-4 due up for Gilman. Duhlman, Nichols, and Gruntseth. Lang trying to give the Dons the lead. Lang on the ground is short, going to be a tough play, and it's bobbled, and everybody's going to be safe. It was a tough play for Bo Pecoit anyway. Even if he fields it cleanly, I don't know if he would have gotten Lang. It would have been a tough play either way. As that'll be an E6. And the bases are loaded, and here is Carson Eckes. Eckes 2 for 4. It's flown out to left, singled twice. And has grounded out to seconds. That's outside, 1-0.
Carson Eckes.
There's no one warming up. This is Max Pecoit's out. And pretty much his inning. Here's the 1-0. Eckes got a piece of it, fouled it off, 1-1. Left and center playing very shallow right, shaded towards the line. And the 1-1 fly ball, right field, calling for it and making the catch. And the inning is over. We are going to the top of the 7th. We're all tied at 10. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield has tasty char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between. Check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See Chips' complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream, all served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield. Be a champ and have a chipperific day.
We have team members in our lives, whether it's this or that or friends, and he's my team member that look for my best interest. And he said, we're going to get you up walking without the walker. And I'm like, oh, really? And he says, yeah, we are. I'm really grateful from the bottom of my heart to Shai and his staff because they made the impossible seem possible.
Call to set up a free, no obligation evaluation. Next Step Prosthetics, the fit for you.
Ten to 10, top of the 7th, as Trevin Duhlman, Connor Nichols, and Dawson Gruntseth are due up for Gilman. As Ray Becker back out for another inning. As I said, the 6th inning rally, big story. We're all tied at 10. Becker hoping for a smoother 7th than the 6th. First pitch, and on the ground, that's going to sneak through for a base that's knocked down. Be a hit regardless. Thought that was going to sneak through. A nice job by Summer just to knock it down. Had a leadoff hit and a leadoff base runner for the Pirates, and here's Connor Nichols. Second hit of the day for Duhlman. First pitch. And that is a fly ball, deep left field. That is way back. Whelan going back, and it is a fair ball in the corner. Whelan plays it off the wall. And, oh, that was a foul ball. Okay. All right, foul ball. All right. I need to pay better attention. I apologize. That looked fair to me. And the way the Wheeland played it, it sure felt like it was fair. But I guess it must have just hit to the left of the white line. So instead of a possible double, it's just a very loud strike. I mean, Nichols got all that one. 0-1. And outside, count even 1-1. Here's the 1-1. And down low, 2-1. Two balls, one strike. Becker ready and deals. And a fly ball into shallow center. Long run for Lang, and it's going to drop in. So back-to-back singles to start things out. And here comes Dawson Grunseth. As Grunseth is 0 for 3. He has reached on an error, scored twice, walked, struck out, and popped out to the catcher, as that's a little outside. 1-0. As Ray Becker in some big trouble here in this 7th inning. There's a second and first, nobody out. Tie game. And dropped in there nicely, 1-1. And on the ground, right back to Becker. He'll go to third, the force there. And there is out number 1. Goes 1-5 on the fielder's choice. Smart play. I don't think that Gilman realized that it was a force out at third, because he was about to try to get in a rundown.
22, Talon Podolak.
Here's Talon Podolak. Podolak 0 for 3, has reached on an error, lined out to third, grounded out to short, and walked, and scored a run as well. First pitch, and inside, 1-0. One ball, no strikes. Becker deals. That's high, 2-0. As Bo Pacoit stands on deck, a guy they have not gotten out at all today. That is high. It's 3-0. And not a spot if you are Ray Becker that you want to be in right now. Said I wouldn't be shocked if Talon Podolak just took it right here. And he's going to make and that's a strike, a generous strike. Again, that didn't have to be strike 1. It's 3-1. Three balls, one strike on Podolak. Becker deals. And Podolak on the ground, going to be a tough play. Coming in, Summers going to make a throw to first in time. Heck of a play by Carter Summer. That was not hit very hard. Both runners advance. As Grunseth goes to second. Nichols goes to third. So 2 outs, and here is Bo Pacoit. 4 for 4, 2 doubles and 2 singles. He's scored twice. And they're going to intentionally walk him to bring on Max Pacoit, who is 0 for 4. Grounded out into two fielders' choices. Grounded out to second and reached on an error, and he's also scored a run. First pitch is low, 1-0. Biggest at bat for either team. Bases loaded, 2 outs in the 7th. And Becker steps off. Max Picoit had a rocky start, but has settled in on the mound, and he's kept his team in this game. Here's the 1-0. And Picoit, foul tip, throw down to third, and back with a dive is Nichols. Count even 1-1. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. Again, the outfield is playing extremely far in. There's almost little to no distance between them and the dirt. Bender as Becker ready, the 1-2. And a little flare. That is going to be down. A base hit. Nichols is in. 2 runs are going to score as Max Picoit delivers. (12-10). Gilman back on top. As here's Dawson Robinson. As first pitch, Robinson, a big cut and a miss. It's 0-1. Story of baseball, you're 1 strike away from getting out of it. And a guy who has struggled at the plate today comes through. The 0-1. Robinson, big cut and a miss. He's down 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Becker ready and deals the 0-2. And a swing and a miss, a foul tip into the mid of Konechny. And the inning is over. But Gilman on top, 12-10. We're going to the bottom of the 7th. Last chance for the Dons. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, how can I help you?
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken has been voted best pizza in Marshfield 16 years in a row. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken is ready for your call now. Choose Drunken Chicken, BLT, Western, mac and cheese, sweet chili chicken, and more. Plus, Scotty's has broasted chicken, fish sandwiches, salads, and desserts. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, 715-384-8118 and Scotty'sPizza.com.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, how can I help you?
Welcome to Bruce Orthodontics, where we provide comprehensive orthodontic care to patients of all ages. We are now accepting new patients, and we accept most insurances.
Orthodontics is much more than just a job to me. It is my passion and my life. What separates us from other orthodontists is constant continuing education for myself and my staff, compassion, and dedication. Here at Bruce Orthodontics, we change lives one smile at a time. I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
It's bottom of the 7th inning, 12-10. Gilman leads Columbus Catholic. A game that was at 1.105 with the Dons in front. As Max Picoit with a big 2-out, 2-strike, 2 RBI single to give the Pirates the lead. As a meeting on the mound as 2, 3, 4, Matt Konechny, Carter Summer, and Ray Becker. Again, the guys you want up in this situation. And if one of them should reach, it would be Devlin Timler. Konechny is 1 for 3. First pitch, Konechny rips one fair down the left field line. It has been a tough day at third base for Talon Podolak. Just a lot his way. As runner at first, nobody out. And Carter Summer will step up. Summer 2 for 4. 2 singles, has scored 2 runs, flown out to left and flown out to center. And a throw back to first. And now squaring to bunt is Summer, pulling it back, and he takes a strike right down the pipe, 0-1. Again, 10 runs on 17 hits. Most of the time, that's a guaranteed success formula for victory. It's a bit high, 1-1. Summer sends one foul. 1-2. Just got a piece of it. And that is way outside. It's 2-2. To Summer. Summer just got a piece of it. Stays alive. Summer had 2 good innings on the mound. Balk. A balk has been called on Becoit, as that will allow Konechny to get to second. As count remains 2-2, that last pitch did not count. I don't know if maybe Summer had called time. Here's the 2-2. Summer takes one in down low. It's full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. (3-2) to Summer. And Summer on the ground. And Podolak, high throw, and he'll get Summer by plenty. As 5-3 on the putout. No advancement from Konechny, and there is out number 1. And that'll bring on Ray Becker. Becker 2 for 3, singled twice, flown out to right, and walked. He's also scored 2 runs. As I'm not sure what's going on over here. And it looks like Coach Nichols is on his way out. And looks like that is the end of the day for Max Becoit. Looks like Dulman's going to come in. I don't know who's on the mound yet. Trying to figure that out. As now it's Bo Becoit. Simple, and it looks like Dulman. So I think Dulman will move to short. We'll see what the way it's Bo Becoit on the mound. Again, Ray Becker steps up as the tying run at the plate. Konechny at second. As, again, Columbus Catholic scored 8 unanswered runs, and then how does Gilman respond? By scoring 7 unanswered runs and taking a 12-10 lead here in the 7th inning, but they still have 2 more outs to get. As I was right, Gilman does move to short, as Bo Pecoit will now step up on the mound. Said Becker is 2 for 3, 2 hits and a walk. He's driven in 2 runs as well. Pecoit's first pitch and takes a strike on the outer edge, 0-1. The 0-1 to Becker. And just a bit low, 1-1. It's hard to tell sometimes when you aren't 100% sure what the umpire is saying. Here's the 1-1. And Becker lines one that is caught, and Gilman throws back to second. Konechny back. And there is out number 2, and the Dons down to their final out. It'll be Devlin Timler. Timler is 1 for 4. He's popped out to second, singled and scored, flown out to left, and grounded out to third. Timler trying to extend this game for Rocco Maher. First pitch. And now that kicks away from Nichols, and Konechny will go to third. I mean, you don't want to make it a one-run game at the same time as that if a pitch gets away and Konechny comes in to score. That's not the worst thing if you're Bo Pecoit because it clears the bases. 1-0. And that is a strike on the outer edge, 1-1. Break even. And on the ground, that is going to sneak through a base hit. Konechny will score as Timler delivers. 12-11. As here's Brock Wieland. Singled his last time up. He takes one low, throw back to first. And now that gets away from Robinson. And on his way to second goes Timler. It's still loose, and Timler's not stopping. He's on his way to third, and he's going to be in there. Wow. So you went from being 2 outs away with a runner at third to now the tying run 90 feet away. And a big cut and a miss. And the count is even 1-1 on Wieland. And Wieland sends one foul, and the Dons are down to their final strike. Timler at third. Pecoit. Here he is on 1 and 2. Got him! Struck him out looking! And the Pirates win it. A wild game here in Marshfield as the Pirates win it 12-11 as Bo Pecoit is able to freeze Wieland and end the game when the tying run was 90 feet away as the Pirates get a big win, their 9th win of the year. 12-11 is coming up next. Our Nasonville Dairy postgame show. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily anytime at Marshfield and Curtis. Yep. As we're going to play the ad, and we'll have a talk with our player of the game after that.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, We ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafflatiri, Caffla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafflatiri, Caffla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
All right, our Nasonville Dairy postgame show. So our players of the game, Bo Pecoy and Talon Podolak. Obviously, it was a big win for you guys today. Was definitely back and forth. Just kind of take me into what you guys kind of learned, especially playing them just a couple of days ago. Kind of just take me what you guys learned from the last game and kind of just transferred into today to pick up this big conference win.
Yeah, we just had to limit our errors from last game. We worked on our batting in practice. We hit better today.
Yeah, we just had to clean up a lot of stuff, you know, like we just had a lot of bad errors, useless errors that they reflected off of, and we reflected off theirs today.
Obviously, I was just talking to you guys in the huddle. He said that what you guys are doing right now is really special, and how a lot of people aren't really necessarily paying attention to you guys. But I feel like a win like today, what does that kind of prove to people who maybe aren't looking at you guys right now, but maybe see a win like this, just kind of take me, what does this kind of prove to everybody, I guess? It's a tough question. Yeah.
Say we're competitors.
Yeah, we're up there in the conference.
Yeah, we want to come for it all. So one senior, we don't have very much. It's all younger kids, so we want to teach them as much as we can before we go.
Yeah, absolutely. Appreciate it, guys. So, all right. I'm going to have you guys just hold this, and you can just say your names. And I'll count you down. All right, 3, 2, 1.
Bo Bacoit.
Talon Podolic.
We're in the house.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Good game. Final score, Gilman 12, Columbus Catholic 10. Have a great night, everybody. We'll see you next time.